When it comes to getting in shape, let's be honest, it's typically the diet that leads to people's shortcomings with their physique. Like, the reason that you're displeased with your physique isn't probably because you didn't do enough pec flies or you needed to add an extra day to your training split. The training, in my experience with myself and with most of my clients, is really just almost automatic for a lot of people. So yeah, the majority of the time things will just come down to you just not really being consistent with your food. Now, if you're new here, you're probably thinking, who the hell are you to speak about diet and nutrition and people getting in shape? But it's my job to basically make sure that it becomes automatic for my clients to eat in a way that aligns with their goals. There's more to it than me just presenting somebody with some macros and then not speaking to them for 6 months. There's a deep psychology behind it. So today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you can't stick to your diet and provide some solutions for you that you can start today. Reason number 1, and I found this to be the most common reason: there are way too many barriers for your success. You're trying to hit a specific macro setup. So you're trying to hit 204 grams of protein, 73 grams of fat, 267 grams of carbs. You're tracking every single ingredient that goes in your food, even the herbs and spices, and you're trying to eat something different every single day. This is just making the process of sticking to your diet and staying consistent so much more harder than it needs to be. I know I'm late to the party, but I recently finished a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And in that book, he speaks about how you need to make a habit easy for you to actually be able to stick to it. Reality doesn't really care if you want to lose body fat. So many people want to lose body fat. So many people want to get lean and be happy with their physique. But what are your systems that are in place for you to be able to get there? You fall to the level of your systems, and your systems should be as simple as possible. So one of the things that I'll do with clients when they first start with me and they haven't got that much experience in terms of tracking their food, or they're just not very proficient with their diet, is I'll actually present them with 2 different meal plans. These meal plans will contain foods that they've told me that they enjoy, that have variety, and it's just foods that they can easily have access to. These meal plans remove the need for you to make decisions about what you're going to eat throughout the day, remove the need for you to have something different every single day for every single meal, and it just removes the fluff from the process. You are literally told how much to weigh out, this is it, go and eat it. And I do think that makes a lot of people nervous because they think that that's the way they're going to eat forever. But all I'm really trying to do is essentially train the muscle to help them have consistency with their diet. Once they can do that, and once they understand about portion sizes and understand what sort of meals they could have day to day to help them get to their goals, we can start taking away meal plans, and we can start introducing more foods that will just fit in their macros. But initially, make it easy. Reason number 2 why you can't stick to your diet: you are not collecting quick wins. You should attach your success to whether or not you've done a process or you've committed to a habit. So for example, a quick win for a lot of people might be just sticking to a diet or hitting your protein goal across a week, or setting yourself the goal of losing a pound across a week and obviously going through with your normal habits and then just collecting that win. I know that you probably want to lose 20 kilos, but focus on losing 1 first and celebrate that. Just don't celebrate it with a Domino's. This is kind of similar to the technique used by Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is a guy who helps people with money management and debt management, and he has this technique called the debt snowball. And the debt snowball essentially means you try and tackle your smallest debts first to try and collect quick wins, as opposed to tackling your largest ones, because they'll take longer and you won't really have as much motivation if you're not seeing as many results. So if you owe your mate 50 quid and you pay that off, it's going to be a lot easier than if you owe 10 grand on your car and try and pay that off, because it's going to take you a lot longer. And it's the same with this: set little mini goals, hit quick wins. So want to lose a pound across a week, set that quick goal. Make sure you hit your protein goal every day across the week, set that goal and celebrate it. And before you know it, if you stick to these habits day in, day out, the time's going to pass anyway. Once it's passed, you'll be at your goal. The reason you cannot stick to your diet, number 3, is because you are trying to copy somebody else's diet. Most of the time, copying somebody else's diet is not going to get you the desired result, because you're not going to be able to stick to that plan. You probably won't like the foods that are involved, and the change from the foods that you're currently eating to those foods is probably just too big of a gap. I recommend that you hire a coach, get them to look at your current eating habits, get them to then alter it, and then you just go from there, because that transition makes a whole lot more sense other than seeing Kai Green's diet online. You've never actually committed to a diet, but you're just going to try that. It's not going to go very well. The tips that I have provided in this video are all techniques and tips that I used with my clients to ensure that they're eating in a way that helps their relationship with food and also helps them get to their goals. Because without improving the psychology with food and whatnot, you're just going to get nowhere. You're going to end up just spinning your wheels. So if you're interested in working with me one-to-one, just click the link in the description. It's a link to my Instagram, and follow me from there and I'll be in touch. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel as well, where I have more tips surrounding your diet and also training as well. I also have a vlog series called the Why Not Me series, which follows my 2025 contest prep.